along in this direction. And I can do a one-turn. That's going to be my turn. I have no way to get more agility. I have plenty of terrain, so I'm going to end my turn there. This guy has a Gatling Gun, obviously, and his special ability is if he overlaps a terrain piece, then you don't get the benefit of going onto that piece.
If he's overlapping it?
If he is overlapping,
he can jam?
He can jam the terrain piece.
We've been having issues with it, so I was really worried.
Alright, my first activation fairly substantially. So, so you can perform that sequence twice, but
yep, if
I
you
can
want,
see,
but you don't have to.
I can see why you wouldn't, because your perspective. All right, my protector drone.
Hi.
Thank you very much. All right. Alright, protector drone does a short lateral. Would do a 1, but it doesn't. Understood, 1 charge. To increase my agility.
Glad I spent that.
To 4. Wow. And that's all that number 4 is.
Oh, okay. Oh, good. Yeah. Damage engine.
Still coming over. I'm going to activate my K-Dive. His trick is he really likes to ram people.
Sweet.
It's going to start here. It's going to do a short.
Okay.
And a 1 turn.
So, this range 1?
And another short.
Oh, good. I get to roll all the time.
Could do a missile thing if he wanted to, but he doesn't. I'm going to take my 1 turn to just kind of line him up. Dual Wings. Yep.
No. Wrong answer.
He's got range 2 on his Gauss Cannon. I don't think he's got range. He's not even close.
It's great. Let's see. 1, 2, 3, 4. I've got.
Yep, he's done.
I think that's worth it. Oh. Wait. Yes.
Can I bring my guns to bear?
I had to check. You're welcome.
I mean, is this challenging?
1 and 2.
Each 2, pistol lock, charge. You have to get off of that and back on to do a missile?
Usually, yes. This guy has got cool adaptive plating ability, which lets him do that at the beginning of the turn too. Before performing your chassis movement step, choose a train tile you overlap. You may apply that train's tile effect as if you have just entered. So there's a part that lets you do that.
Right, but I mean, he's not on a thing. He's on.
He's on a thing,
not
so
a
he
range
can't
one.
get the anti-missile action unless
Because
he leaves and
it would
comes
be
back.
also hard shot. Everybody.
Should I capitalize on your mistake?
Yeah, because at that point it's like, okay,
It still gives me hard cover.
all the damage.
Right. He still does that. And
So let's get wedge out
that's
of the
it.
way.
Your big ship gets to be deployed. Do I want to engage the ramming guy early with my stand-up weapon? I mean, it sounds like a good ploy, but
He has 3 agility and 7 hold.
Yeah, that was Mike's. So one of
I can
them.
actually see it as. All right, we're gonna deploy Grand Ship 5.
Whoa, ho, ho, ho. Committing the big guy.
That is a 50 tall.
At I think it was ZM2, they had a special event. They had the Conglomeratron, which was this big glob of ships, and if your ship got too close, it got sucked up into the Conglomeratron and they had to stick it on there.
Okay, so Jake is doing his 3 dice coming in from State Farm for nothing. Now you hold the beam. That's it? Alright. Charge up. The beam's got no shot.
It's going to be 2 set. Have to now deploy him. Begin with your thing.
Yep, Wolfie, go back.
Going right along. I do a wiggle, but I don't need it. I'm going to push along.
You know what's even more disturbing and annoying for you? Wedge was the one who had spent.
So I think we're going to.
Had I known that you would
Yeah, that one, been wanting to try that one out, and a couple more that I'm like, I need to scratch out and use the surface of, but we'll start with the 5 bajillion others, and I think it's sure to start with one right.
Yeah, I don't want to go too crazy, so I'm going to use a.
Nice.
Well, actually, I could range now, right?
Yeah, you can always choose before declaring to attack.
My range for the missile pod is
90% sure that's how it works.
180 range 2-3. So actually, yeah, we are at range 3. Alright, so missile pod 180 range 3. We are already in target. Alright, so spin the charge, yes, 3.
Okay, because then you're going to be pointed at that one.
Note, you can measure range between objects at any time. The only thing you can't pre-measure is movement.
Four missiles on the way.
Okay.
Nobody I'm
That's you. So, where are we now that something's going to come at me? So it's going to charge on my Tailfin to increase my agility to 3. It's going to charge on my cockpit, increase my agility to 4.
Okay, so he's got
I'll stop there.
one shield, no shield.
That is ship 5. My B-Wing.
I obviously only have one ship left. I will deploy him here like this.
I'm gonna get a lot.
Or will I deploy him here like this? I think this is going to be the good one. All my stuff has been predetermined. I do a turn, which I don't need to, and a short forward. silly drones. My first action is going to be to fire up the ZM2 Heavy Missile. Push. Cost me power and 2 heat. I probably should have checked, but I got a range of 4, so I'm pretty sure I got it.
Yeah, if I can get 3, 4 is pretty good.
So I will give your big ship a heavy missile.
Heavy missile.
I got a range 3 on the Mantis laser.
You're on tap, kombucha, so you soda, everything else is gonna be in the floor.
I'm going to have to close a little bit more to get that. And I think I'm going to bump into my guy. Instead, I'll do a power and 2 heat on my cockpit module. Give me +2 evasion. Up to 5 now.
Do you want to give any of these a try before we just commit to it, or we're just gonna
State Farm
dive
says.
in?
And I will pop power. My vector wings give me another agility up to my max
Because
And I think that's all I'm going to do. Very conservative opening for the complex.
Well, I bet.
We usually have like label like TV. But some people know I just want people to know what they're getting. Great. Although it started with a or soured
Do we want to start a chat over here, or just cash out the nail? Right down here.
I thought you were going to like one.
No, but if you wanted to start one and
This one next?
who wants to, chess? I'm gonna do chess. Split this. Let's split it here.
That's the cushion, right?
Deciding to be done.
Sorry,
On one second.
He is my protector droid.
Who's the protector?
That has a weak
He's the protector that hates your captain. Alright, so I set my agility to 3. I set my agility, my hold to hold to 7. He's the protector with less hold. Agility 3.
I think 7 is high for a drone.
Alright, you're all set. Yeah,
It's a well orchestrated droid.
Does he have any setup bonuses?
How many dice?
No, I mean, usually their passive ones is cockpit. They don't have cockpits. Well,
They don't have cockpits, but they have new abilities, so
yeah.
new parts.
I didn't go through some of the snazzy yet. He does have a pretty cool wing set. Yeah,
Shields for
he has the ability to. Oh wait, I made a mistake.
It's just gonna
What?
This guy is actually that guy. So okay, so let me swap them because I deployed 4 as this guy. 6 as this guy. They had the same opening moves, and I just increased the agility. So let me take the agility increase back. I'll probably do it again, but
No, she does not. She.
Alright, so
She has Starboard too.
he's just there.
It's, you know,
He's
kind of
actually in the spot that I like him to be, so he's fine. He has no ability to increase his agility, so I think it's good.
So he wouldn't have spent his power.
Right, so I left him at no power spent.
Okay, that's fine.
I'll reestablish this guy, and he starts off with a short, and then a turn.
Start generating some good habits.
I don't need to turn and then turn around. Get the bearing when I change aspect ratio. Alright. Cool. Alright, with my
Alright, are we ready?
he has the hacking there.
We want to get some hacking, man. We want to use the new rules.
So when I hack,
Colored the edges of my tokens.
I disable the part. So range 1 hack and I disable the part.
Yeah. If I remember correctly, you've got a 360 degree, but you're a range 1. My hack is range 2, but it's in the 90-degree corridor.
Alright, I can't increase the agility any, but I do want him to shoot. Maybe. It's a range 3 though, and I think he's too far back because we range 3 to him and you can't fire. So either I try and scoot him forward a little bit or wait till the next round.
If you scoot him forward, I'm going to shoot the shit out of him.
That's what I mean. It's Jeopardy, right? So let's just put him on the board. I'm gonna go ahead and do the power to use his agility before, and we'll call it end of round. No shooting for him.
Flip ready tokens over. I'm going to start my turn with the K-die. Yeah, you've got missiles assigned to. His numbers are correct on his dial. He has spent no power, so he doesn't have to recover anything. He's going to start out with a short hop this direction. He has left the train. And then he can turn 1, which he doesn't want to. Actually, he might. Let me see. Let's turn him like that. I am going to take advantage of my second move to move him to short again. Moving him completely back on to the asteroid so I can do an anti-missile action. Because missiles are awful. My number to shoot these down is 5. 5 up on a D10. 1, 2, 3 missiles are knocked out. That's pretty good. I'm not going to complain. And then I can still do a turn if I want to, but I don't. I'm going to activate my Gauss Cannon. I'm going to spend 2 power and heat. And try to knock down that last missile. I may reroll this dice. I don't have to. I've knocked down all your missiles, but you have charged up his actions, which is good. I have 1 power left and nothing to spend it on. Ship 2 is done. It's getting close though.
Very good, very maneuverable. Impressive. but my real target is a big ship. Alright, so I will activate my B-Wing first. Reset agility back to 2. I can purge 5. And this is 3. The first thing I do is I can do a 1 and then a long.
Jake. Now we get to check.
Right. And crossing over the debris is not the same as overlap.
Exactly.
So instead, I'm just gonna have a.
You'll probably clip it, I think. Hard to tell though.
It's a long, yeah. I'm gonna have to exaggerate my movement so I make sure I stay on it. Oh wait, am I? Yeah, I'm still within the 1 movement system. I'm gonna have to go full 1.
You
Full 1.
got 180 arc on those missile launchers, don't you?
Yes, that's what I mean. I couldn't be off axis, but I'd have nothing to shoot those down. I'd have to rely on another ship to try and shoot it down. So yes, I'll do a long peak, which intersects that. So I
Your anti-missile right now.
really do my anti-missile.
Up to roll the right packet dice.
Basically, I roll and I have to defeat a
Number
6.
with the the 6, the crosshairs
The
on the
crosshair,
missile.
right? Defeat a 6. And I only roll what?
1 dice. 1 dice for each
I'm
missile.
not getting any more shots on me, so.
Get away from these 6.
Nope.
Missile remains. And 1 plus my agility damage, if it hits, it'll be 1 die, which costs 5 damage.
If you remain on the asteroids, it'll reduce the total damage by 1.
Alarms are going off. Wait, there's a reaction here from my protector.
Oh, whoa. If you somehow manage to land on a Tycho's Rift, you can shut it down.
Oh, you can. Okay.
By the reading of the rules, if you can manage to get on a Tycho's Rift and stay on it, not get shot off, you could technically shut it down for the enemy.
Alright, so this is a new action that might come into play.
Okay.
It's the missile relay.
The missile reload?
Relay.
Oh, the relay.
So, I don't have any other anti-missile thing, but this is my protector, which is 1-2, so it'll negate an impact, right?
No. When you or another ship range 2 or less resolves missile impacts. Resolves missile impacts. I wonder if this only works on your attacking move. It's not specified. Before rolling, increase or decrease the hit number by 2. You can only apply 1 missile relays effect when the ship resolves missile impacts. So what you can do is you can make the hit number for heat and power, I will say, minus 2. I think, okay, they say you can increase or decrease the hit number, so I'm assuming it affects enemy missiles as well.
That's what I was thinking, because then it sounds like I could push damage or aid in defense.
Yep, so it's a versatile ECM system.
Right. So, let's see if I need to do that. Now, because it's during missile impact, even though my ship's not active, it'll resolve. I still have to spend the charge.
Yep. So if you want to do that, what you're going to want to do is at the end of the ship's turn, you're going to resolve end of turn effects, which you do in any order you choose. You would activate that guy's part for a power and a heat out of order because he's reacting, and reduce the hit number by 2, or increase it by 2 so it makes it harder for the missile to hit. Or no, decrease it by 2 so it makes it harder to hit.
Right. So if it doesn't increase my agility.
What it does is it takes -2 to the roll, so you have a number of 1 plus your current agility on your ship is 2. So it would normally be a 3, but if you increase it, it would be a 5 to hit.
Yeah, that's.
We'll try it. So before, I'm going to rely on the missile relay to try and do a defensive action. Let me go ahead and spend the charge to exhaust this. I'm going to mark up a firing solution to 3.
You definitely have a 3.
3? Oops. And check out 4 missiles. What?
Really?
4 missiles at the big guy, which means another power. 3 go. I'm going to use my ability. I'm going to add an additional 2. So launch an additional missile.
That's a really good part.
It's the bomber.
Right. It's the bomb.
Now, I'm probably going to be taking damage.
They could have kept the jam.
So let me
Jams in the regular reaction.
Where's the fuck?
give me a charge on my cockpit. Increases the agility to 3. It's a big ship, so I'm going to try and save some of his energy to perhaps take the hit, but that thing's going to happen. So let's resolve the missile impact. I'm going to do the reaction. I'm going to spend the charge, get the heat to the missile relay.
Okay.
So you will have to roll above 5 and above.
I have to roll a 5 or above to hit, and even if I hit, it does -1 damage because you're sitting on a master. I miss.
Mission goes by. The drone cheers. Interesting. Very good. Very good. Yeah, I think that was it because I resolved missile impact at the end of my.
Yeah, so your ship is done.
I can't decide on that. Let me boost now.
No. Alright, I'm going to activate my K-Jam. His numbers are good for starting out. No power needs to be locked around. He's going to do a long at a turn and a long at a turn. Okay. So long. And a turn. He doesn't need to turn. Well, hang on. What's the arc on my gun? It's pretty good. Well, we don't want to hit. We don't want to hit that damn
Tractor rip.
tractor's rip.
Using an action.
All right, that looks good. Because I'm going to activate again. I'm going to do his movement again, and he can do a sideways like this.
The only way to keep it from happening would be a barrel booster.
Then he's going to put 2 power and a heat on his Gatling gun. I might take this back if you're not in range, but I think you are. Yep. Firing the Gatling.
Top Gun. Check the guys to the west. It's fine.
My hit number on the Gatling is 2 plus your agility of 3. 3, so it's a 5 to hit.
Everybody knows.
I'm not going to get. I don't know that I'm going to get one ship.
Hit, miss.
Depending on whether or not
They only do 1 damage each, so a total of 4 damage. Unless you have some kind of reaction to reduce it. The asteroids don't count because they're not between the shot.
I mean, you have to admit, from that first it looked nasty, yes.
So 4.
4 damage.
He's down to 11 hull.
No crits. I do not have anything better to do with number 3, so that's I'm done. That's I'm done.
Very auspicious. Alright, my... So my 4... Okay, so I only anticipate 3. So to do the missile really again, I gotta burn all those 2. So I can only spend 1 shot. It's kind of an assault thing, but
3 dice. No. Yes, I've got 3 dice.
Alright, so let's go ahead. I'm activating 4, which is my assault droid.
One of them is
it's
going
to
to be
adjust agility back to 3. I can purge 3, which is a 2 and a 1 and a 2. And I can do a short 45.
We'll probably do no answer. Or not.
45. Followed by a wiggle. See if I can. Let's try wiggle. Okay, do it again, right?
You can do it again if you wish. You don't have to.
Oh boy.
Mine is 90. But it's a range 1 only. Let's see if I have range. Oh, 1 is in. Alright, so I'm going to take a charge and take a heat for my Scar 2 post laser. I fire 2 dice at you. I'm hitting on 2 plus your agility. They do 2 damage per die.
Agility 4.
4 plus 2, I need to be 6 and above. Ooh, a 7 and 9. Bam. Bam. The 9 is critical. Doesn't matter.
So how much damage total?
So it is 2 hits, 4 damage.
I'm reduced to 2, and you may roll for a critical effect.
Critical effect is on 0. Or the
0 is a miss, which means I get to choose. That's number 3. I'm going to do if I do the Gatling Gun, I'm going to take a damage. I'm going to go ahead and take it on the adaptive plating.
I mean, I could stress him, but nothing to increase his agility, so he's gonna have to duke it out. I don't have a missile reaction to react to. Oh, the wings give me an anti-missile.
Great. Let's see how this goes.
I know they give you missiles.
Is that a missile ability or missile?
Yeah, it's got missiles on it, dude. Look at the bottoms of the wings, they got missiles.
So it's a. Oh, I see. Because this was a 180 range 2 missile launch.
Yep. I want to put those on a light bomber and just do that extra card. Just puke out missiles.
Maybe
So you can launch missiles, you can have power.
Okay, so it's a range 2 missile shot. I don't think I have the big guy on.
I hope not.
Too far.
He's got plenty of missiles. He doesn't need any more.
He's gonna burn this, get an energy. He's gonna take out 2 missiles.
not.
What's the agility of 3 and 2?
Number 3 has an agility of 4. Number 2 has an agility of 3.
Okay, so let's give 3 some love.
Okay.
Yeah.
Actually, yeah, I'm in range 2. I'm in range. He's good. He's a 180 front. Yes. 2 missiles are out. Missiles away. That should. I'm gonna conclude because I'm gonna have to get these all to get out here.
That means I have to activate my main ship, which is fine. I'm going to reset my agility back down to 3. I'm going to vent 5 cubes. 1, 2, 3.
So there's a weird thing. So the assault drone can re-roll a die if a ship I attack has missiles assigned to it. So I should have assigned missiles to 3 and done my attack. I could rerun one.
There's a difference between the attack. So if it says you can reroll attack dice, then that doesn't apply to missiles, but it does apply to guns.
Right, when you perform an attack against a target that has missiles assigned to it.
Yeah. So you want to chuck a missile at him and then shoot him.
Chuck the missile, shoot, and then I can reroll one.
I think I can do this. So I'm going to vent heat and vent 1 power. Alright, I got a turn and a short coming up. Shove these missiles to the side for a moment. That's my short movement. I'm going to go ahead and fire up the Mantis laser for 2 power and a heat in anti-missile mode. Let's see if I can knock some down. Straight rolls. I don't have any modifiers. My target is a 5 up, stock he's down. That is an awful roll. I will knock down 1 missile. Alright, at 2 damage apiece, this is going to be 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8 out of 13. Ward, what are you doing to me?
I'm filling your skies with little dots of fire.
ZM2 Heavy Missile has a range of 2 to 4. So as long as you're not within range 1, I can get this guy. And I will give him a heavy missile. Oh, I have a range of 2 on my HRK Lockdown. Can I lock anybody in?
I think the little guy's a 2, maybe the big guy too. Huh? It's a range 2 shot.
Okay.
Well, is it bullseye or?
Okay, so that's
No, it's 90 degrees.
You have a range 290. You know, the dead man flying.
It doesn't cost me any power. I just disable the part. So I am going to disable the HRK Lockdown and assign him a jam to hack token. Has he already gone this turn?
Yeah.
You're gonna lose. Okay, you're gonna lose the hack token at the end of the turn. So there's no benefit to me hacking you right now. Which one of your guys hasn't gone? 6? Yeah, he's out of range. So I'm not gonna hack.
yeah.
I have 2 power left.
I was not able to get.
The best thing for me to do is to get into the asteroids and try to knock down some of these missiles, but I don't think I can do it. Not without hitting my own drone. This is awful.
Especially since that cluster bumping was.
Can you make it to that one?
No, I need to turn with degrees and I can't do it. The best I can do is turn along.
Because the possibility of getting out of that.
Alright, let's see what happens if I try this. I think this is going to be insane. I'm going to put 2 power and a heat on my Scarab Thruster, which gives me a turn. Along. I was hoping to hit the rift. I do not make it. But that does raise my agility by 1. 4. So it accomplishes something. the end of my turn, I have to roll. If you get to roll for missile attacks,
Alright, so you're
my agility is 4. Your target number is 0, so you have to roll 4 or higher on. Is it meat or beat? Some games are different.
There. Josh.
Yes, sir.
When we're measuring range, we don't use
you have
nuts.
to overcome your agility.
Meet or beat, so that's the target number. 2 roll. So,
Right,
you need
right, so 0, your agility 2.
a total of 6 to hit.
6 to hit, 4 missiles in the rack. Far and away. 1, 2, miss. So 2.
That's still a lot of damage.
They do 2 damage each.
I don't have any green tokens
That
anyway.
takes me from 13 down to 9. 13, 12, 11, would it be 13 down to 10? Or did I already have a damage?
Oh, no, did you take a damage?
I don't think I did.
You might yeah.
13, 12, 11, no, 13, 12, 11, 10, 9. So I would have 9. You can have your missile tokens back, sir.
Need them for the next time.
I would much better.
Alright, anything else for ship 1?
No, that was his end.
Activate my last drone is drone 4, my protected drone. Sorry, drone 6, my protected drone. I reset agility to 3. It's called, it's 9. I get to purge 3, which is just for 1 power. So it's a short.
That one doesn't have a shot. This one has a shot.
Short and turn. Short 90. Unmask.
Some things can shoot it.
I do want him to like get in there to block, but I can take my shot. So I'm gonna take burn energy, take 2 feet to do the bullseye metal storm. It's a range 3. So bullseye metal storm.
I'm definitely within 3.
Within 3 and at bullseye. Bullseye metal storm. I'll fire 5 die. What's X?
X is per dice, so.
Oh!
Metal storm is a special ability. X equals range to target. So your target number to hit adds 1 is 1, 2 is 2, and 3 is 3.
So I think I'm at a range 2.
Yep.
Alright, so 2 plus your agility of
4 gives us 6. You are shooting through soft cover, so that adds 2 to the number for a total of 8.
hit on 8. I'm rolling 5 die to hit on 8.
Potentially better than the
I have no 3, 3, 6, 4, 5. All miss.
Alright, Structure 4s are my focus.
Middle storm. So yeah, so the closer I get, the better my effective shot. Alright, so that was Middle Storm. I did want him to kind of move into the way, so I'm going to spend the remaining 2 to do the turbines. The turbines will allow me another 45 short.
That's off the 45 degree.
Ooh, that's going to help me.
We're going to get to do drone collisions.
No.
You don't have to commit to it yet.
I do not want him in the way. But I don't have a short forward.
Oh, it's got to be diagonal.
It's got to be diagonal or side to side. So let me go completely up to the side.
And you roll
I
3
think it
natural.
gives my big ship a way to get out.
Or, yeah, you roll 3 natural.
Alright, that's 2 charges well spent, I think.
You want to make sure you say
I am complete. Start a new round.
Okay.
Okay, that made up.
Flip all your tokens over.
Okay.
Ships refresh. I'm going to activate my ship number 2. I'm going to bench 3. Super easy. Reset my agility to 3, which it already is. I've got 2 missiles on me I got to think about. I can do a short and a thing. Okay, check this out. This is some craziness.
You did it before.
So I do a short movement first.
Your cube is now shot.
Like a dot. And then I can do a 1 turn, which I do wish to do. What are you doing, you crazy drone? I'll show you what I'm doing. Then I can do another short and another turn.
So it seems like you're gonna bounce off the edge.
Ho, 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 ho. Let's keep my missiles just so we don't forget them. So, for my action, I'm going to spend 2 power and heat to activate my dual wings, which gives me an attack going left. I'm obviously going to bump into this guy. So for a drone collision, what happened, this is not a drone collision, this is a melee attack. So what happens is my guy does not change his facing. He smacks into your guy. We'll resolve that in a second. But first I get to place him anywhere touching your base. I think I will go like that.
You're kidding me.
And then I'm going to make sure I'm lined up correctly with the direction I was going in. Missiles are on me.
Oh, come on.
So let's resolve the attack. I'm going to roll 2 attack dice.
Okay, so
When you ram or cause a collision, if you deal at least 1 damage, deal a bonus damage. Ram spike, when you perform a ram action or cause a collision, if at least 2 of your dice will deal damage to the other ship, convert 1 of those dice to a critical hit. So what happens is I'm going to roll 2 attack dice. My attack roll is 1 plus your evasion of 3. 4. Okay, so 1 missed. So the ram spike does not activate. Crit is a crit, and I get plus 1 damage. So I'm going to do a total of 2 damage to your ship and a crit.
this is on 4. It goes down to 5. And choose your critical.
Our crit location is
8 damage card.
3rd part card.
Nothing left.
Please, missile relay.
Okay.
That's like I even specifically put the
I don't have enough power to do anti-missile on my Gauss Cannon, which is really terrible. And I have no way to avoid it, so go ahead and roll for your missiles. You've got 0 plus my agility of 3, so you have to roll a 3 or higher on 2d10.
It is a 3 and an 8.
So that's 2 hits at 4.
2 hits at 2, so 4 damage.
4 damage.
that's actually one of the
It's going to take me from 7 down to 3 hull on my drone.
terms of hull.
And that was my number 2. He's finished.
I'd have to go to my I'd have to go to the large to get over that.
6 was my last to activate. I'll have to do 4 or 5. Gatling Gun guy is no fun.
He's awesome.
I don't have my missile relay.
Yeah.
So he's got 11 hull. He can probably soak a little bit of this big missile, but can he get
One of the
out
other
of
things,
the way?
obviously, he needs to be stupid
5 damage.
Mhm.
Well, I've got one over here for
for,
reference, man.
for huge ships, because otherwise he's going to take. Otherwise, you're going to get.
I think I want to move him.
Otherwise, you
I
are
think I
going
can fly
to
him
get.
through. All right. Big ship
Wheel
is
being-
activated first.
Okay, I'm doing a wheel, and now I have
reset
literally
agility to
all
2.
of my actions. Like everything on the card, I get to do all of it. I think that means I need to bust out.
I should run a timer just to know when to
I think I
change
need
the
to
battery
put them
on
on the part of or to get a really good idea.
Alright, so it's a short and a long. Let me show you. It's a move one and a long.
Like
I am heading to the
stands
type of
currently, he's gonna
Yay!
he'll be stapled to the front.
flyby. And I
Him
also want to hit it.
He and Quill will be stapled to the front.
We're going to be close. That's fine. Close is good. Pushes out.
For other ships, I don't know that he's worth.
Bam. Hits the rift. Immediately shoots
Right, but-
another long.
That's like 3 points is a significant difference to other upgrades. And that's
I don't
it's
think
not
the
that he's
Tycho's
bad,
interrupts
it's
their
there's an
sequence.
opportunity.
I'm going to double check to make sure.
If you have
Was it immediately?
I think it immediately happens and it just gets added
like
to
I've got
your
I have
sequence.
nothing that I want to do with I mean if there's
Tycho's
some-
rifts.
if there was
Ships that
something
enter
for
this
else-
trench have
find
except
something
when
else
placed
I
on a
wanted to
collision
do
after
that
random. You look from along the direction they were traveling when they overlapped it. This bonus movement does not change your ship's spacing. It's coming from the middle of the movement action. If so, processing the remaining icons
other
after
thing
the
to
slingshot is back. So yeah, it just adds along in the middle of your sequence.
Right now, well, he just the turn and the long is his initial action. So the long just rift long. We're end of activation. End of his activation.
As took has 3 possible actions.
I don't necessarily want to be rammed by that.
My jammer, my Scarab does not have any kind of ram
Right.
actions.
Oh, so it would just be
That was
painful. If you
my
did
call.
that. Painful's fun. But my missiles can't
I'm not
check
certain
out
that-
until I'm at range 1.
I'm not certain
So,
that the whole
Let's
upgrade
do that. Let's spend a charge.
On the
Let the
other hand,
remaining 2 feet.
the lock.
Oh, I forgot. When the ship resolves missile impacts, if it's not a crit, I can reroll it. Once per category. So
You remember your missile on that coming?
Theoretically allows for double modes.
this one it doesn't. When this ship resolves missile impacts, so when he's got missiles assigned to him, he can reroll one of the missiles if it's not a
Oh.
crit. It might have affected it. It might
I
not.
think.
Alright.
But
So you completed your standard movement, including the Tycho.
Alright, so if I do my first
I
strike.
find him. Now, granted, I've never actually had a chance to use it. But
Because I need to shoot at range.
I've taken.
So I need to
15,
get out. And hopefully, so I'll burst drive.
I've taken
And do a
15
short. So it's a short and then a 1 turn.
in 2
Hoping I'm going to engage that field to try and do a cannon missile.
I had 1 crit that was not repairable,
So yes.
and that was it.
So there's my
Everything else
source.
is a big down.
This gives you an anti-missile action.
I mean, that's
Right.
slightly statistically improper.
Let me do my turn
Right,
and I'll resolve
I should
that
have.
missile.
I mean, it's the expected.
Wait, I can
it's
range
not
at any
statistically
time?
improper.
Yes.
It's the expected value out of
To
15
see if I'm at range 2, but
is.
I don't think that was long enough.
No, you're still in range
Right.
1.
Dude, at range 1. Now, even a full 1 turn is not going to allow me to get a 1 idiot any of your ships. But will it prepare me for my next round? Maybe. It's probably not a bad thing.
Yeah. Oh yeah.
I can't engage any of your ships, but
You have to worry about the range and the arc.
But then it's the next round, so I'm like, Anyway, so let me resolve a anti-missile action. It is going to be rolling a die to try and get above 6. Any mods?
6 or higher. You are touching asteroids, so if the attack actually hits, you will take -1 damage anyway. I don't know if your ship has any anti-missile.
No, I was relying on my buddy for the relay.
Okay, 6 up to knock it
6
down.
up to knock it down. It is a 3, no knock.
So you do take 4 damage.
You have to do the damage, right?
No.
No, I did the anti-missile.
Oh, that was anti-missile. I'm sorry. Yeah. So your turn isn't over yet.
Oh, okay, yeah. So let me spend a charge.
We're getting ahead of ourselves.
Let me spend a charge. I'm going to increase my agility to 3.
Uh-huh.
Spend another charge and increase my agility to 4. Alright, I'm done spending, because that's 5 for the resolve. Alright, so now go ahead and try and shoot me. Try and shoot me!
Our target number is 1 plus your agility of
4, so 5 and up.
It is a miss.
I like misses.
I know.
Alright. That's end of 5, so yeah, go ahead and your next ship.
Okay, I'm going to activate the K-Jammer. Yeah, he's going to resolve. He's going to vent all the speeds. Kind of nice to have a ship that can vent everything in one round.
My medium exhaust is pretty good, but yeah.
So I got a long and a turn and a long and a turn. And this is the guy with the Gatling Gun, which has an arc of 90 degrees. So I've got a long movement. And then I can do a turn 1. That puts you in my 90-degree arc. This guy's just going to be a jerk and shoot me.
It's going to get all juiced up.
Gatling Gun, feet up. Number 3 is shooting at number 4. I have 6 attack dice for the Gatling. I have a target number of 2 plus your agility of number 4.
3.
A total of 5 to hit. Crit, crit, hit, hit. So I'm going to do at least 4 damage.
4 damage on 4. That'll bring him down to 1.
Let's see what this crit can do. So I got 2 crit locations. I'm going to roll both of them at the same time. The misses you get to choose, and the 7 you get to choose because it's greater than the number of part cards you have.
Can I choose the same one?
No.
Okay, so yeah, I have only 2 upgrades.
Yep. So both of them have to be knocked out.
Both of them are knocked out. What happens to the heat?
If you take a heat off of a part card when you're flipping it, then you deal an extra damage per heat token. So I think he blows up.
So that is the remaining column. I have 2 heats to resolve. And that results in 2 damage, which is way beyond his ability. So 4 is destroyed.
Which means you take the initiative. And my guy is not yet done. I'm going to spend a token of power to do a turn. And get ready for next turn. Whoa. You Uber boy. Alright, that is my number 3 done. Goes to you.
Alright, so 4 was destroyed before I could activate it. So 6 is my last attack.
That Gatling is merciless against drones, man.
Well, the protector drone.
Did you want to retroactively do something to try to save him?
Look, he can't do it. It's a range 1.
Oh.
But he could take a damage. But it wouldn't matter because he only had 1 hull.
And he took 2 from me.
And so, even if he takes 1 damage from him, the other one is an auto damage that he did. So he can't take 2 damage.
No.
But interesting to know, flying them close together, they can double check. Alright, so this is drone 6. I reset agility to 3. I vent 3.
wait, first you're like HRK.
Alright, so I'm gonna take the power, I'm gonna vent the heat,
Oh,
try and do a metal storm shot again.
Metal storm.
But that limits my options. Because I can't use my turbines. Oh, I could jam. The jam doesn't cost anything. You disable the.
You just disable the part to activate the jam, but if the ship is already gone, it's going to remove the hack tokens. You're talking about hack, not jam, right?
That's right. Well, my jamming turn is the hack.
Yeah.
But if your ships have already done their thing, the hack will work. So I have to close with him to do the hack, which. Alright, so I'm good with venting the 3. One power, 2 heat. I now do a 45 or
So
one
outside of
turn.
so unless you're bringing
Alright, so let me do a 45.
the probability of there's the probability of him firing and do a 1 turn from his ship's approximate.
Hey, what are you doing?
For practical purposes.
Metal storm.
I mean, yes, I'm still gonna bring it. I might rework this ship with Chewie instead of Sonic. No, because I don't think that Chewie does that.
I don't have my other turbine. So I can't turn and face him. Maybe I just gotta shoot your guy. Right, so let me undo the 1 turn.
Okay.
And just slight turn so I can pick up the edge of the big guy.
Yeah. Okay.
You're the one in the middle one.
Face up damage.
Alright, so the metal storm range to big guy, big bopper, is 1.
You have got range 1 shot.
Range 1 through the Type 2. Alright, so it's a range 1, so it's 1 plus your agility.
1 plus my agility of 4 is going to be a 5 plus 2 for the Tycho's Rift is a 7 or more to hit.
Yeah, but what ships are there that have that?
Soft cover, we should say.
Tycho's Rift is 2. 7 to hit. I'm firing 5 Metal Storm blister packs.
Yeah.
I'll take the 8 because that's the only hit I got.
So 1 damager?
1 damage.
Okay.
Unless you, I'm not certain he's worth 3
Down
points.
to 8 on the Scarab.
It's done with energy, so he stops. Alright, end the round. Oh, you're one.
Yep, my 1 gets to go. Activate. Reset my agility back down to 3. I'm going to bet 5 cubes.
In order for
No missiles assigned to me this turn.
you're not just
3. It depends on the heat if I use my vector wings. I don't think I want to though. They're within range of my missiles, so I think instead I'm going to Mantis laser you.
Yeah,
That's
I mean,
6 cubes,
that's
which is
why
too
I
much.
specifically pointed out, it's like, hey, this is legal.
You have to play it.
So I'm going to put these back on the heavy missile, and I'm going to vent power.
Next one we lose our oracle.
Doing the math.
Block 2 and
So there's my 5.
Okay. Well, have a good night.
Lord! Alright.
I have bucket as a pilot, and this is bucket ability. I have novice technician. So at the end of the round, if I do a novice technician and I roll, right, and I have a hit, I have to expose the damage card. Bucket's ability still connect?
Because it tells you before you expose. It doesn't put any conditions on the timing, force, or anything. It just says when you expose.
So bucket can look through and then because of the okay, yeah, that's the synergy part is the interaction between bucket and
I'm trying to enjoy my evening. No, I am enjoying.
Like the second or third time that I've seen you show up with the Helix.
So,
I guess. Nos vemos.
because
Okay. So technically the timer went off, but I play another round.
that's why that
Because you have to
Before you
play another round.
Okay.
We should see how this.
likewise, it wouldn't work because now it's two, not you.
So same thing. Okay. Well, yeah, this one is because I'm hoping to negate what appears, because I have Kaz's Fireball, so I'll load the first one, so I know that, and I might spend it to do a shot, but then after that, when if I get damaged, I invoke the novice, hopefully. Thank you. Yes, hopefully it'll do me well. But yes, I like the possibilities of the tournament, because should you lose your entire squad, all of a sudden, you know, you have something comes back roaring in, and it could be fun because it could be tippy, especially if you're at the very end and you just lost that one shot, but then you're facing theirs. But yes. Very good.
So I was in a very bad spot. What I did is I recovered up to 2 power and vented a bunch of heat. I did a short onto the Tycho's Rift, did a long onto the debris field and gained an agility, and I don't have the power to get turned around or anything. So that's going to end my turn.
The timer.
So you did a short to a short?
I did a short to a long due to the Tycho.
Because Tycho's long no matter what.
So I did like a turn and then a short out of the Tycho's Rift, catapulted onto the debris field and got an extra agility.
All right, now I'm attacking you again. Very good.
That's all of our ships.
All right, so you activate ready the ships back.
So now you are first player because you lost a ship.
Right.
But since I have more ships than you, you can choose to pass
If you,
if you wish, or you could activate a ship now.
No, I would rather you move one of yours.
it's different length, and then one more pass.
If I blow up another ship, then it's sad.
Getting an elite match that you need to get in.
Yeah, I'd rather your ship be done with its movement. So
It's more unactivated ships, not total ships. Obviously, I have more unactivated ships right now than you.
so yes, I will say pass and let you activate one of your ships.
Alrighty, I will do it. I will activate number 3.
Turok has.
I will vet 3 cubes off of him.
Turok has.
Whoosh, 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 whoosh. The thruster fin's going to give me a turn. I'm going to get to go long in a 1 turn, huh? I can't vent them all. I'm going to have to do the cannon and see if I can get turned around. If I can, I don't get a shot. So my turn sequence is a long and a 1 turn. So I am going to long this way.
45 long.
Wow. And then I can turn 1. And I don't think I'm going to get a shot. Oh, but I can duel it up. Yeah, so I'll take my activation again.
Yes.
And do a long.
And
a 1 turn.
Focus fire on this one. Because you would have.
And no, I can't get you. So sad, because my Gatling Gun has a arc of 90 and a range of 1. I do have 2 power. I'm going to go ahead and flip my deck plating back up for power. And that's 3.
All right. 6 was my last to activate, so 5 becomes my next ship.
I guess it makes up for your Galen over a shot.
Right, so 5 set agility back
3 damage.
dueling.
Range 3. Full focus on
Net 5, which is 5.
and the crit. And the crit.
I am doing a short and a long, a short, 1 turn and a long. definitely into it. Well, along this band, it might bounce off the end. I don't know the rules of combat. Turn as hard as I can. Do my maneuver. It's a rather far away.
You got range 3, but I question your arc mark. Well, you might have one.
No, I'm at the top 90. So yeah, you're out. I'll have to maneuver more to get a shot off of him. Which can be in the cards. Can be yours. The price is right. Yeah, so it is. Oh!
Huh?
It's gonna cost me a lot to try and get that, because I can't avoid the short. I can not do the turn, but I have to do the maneuver. That's a lot of effort to shoot this guy.
Just let him go.
Really, you want to shoot your big guy. So, but still, he's way out there. He's probably got time to recruit, which means I don't have to spend energy on agility. So messed up. Can't afford these prices. All right. SC-19 wings. I'm going to spend 2 charges. It allows me to do a short pop off the side, 90. I'm definitely going to close the distance that I need. But now, I still got to get the arc. So I'm going to spend another 2. These prices. To do a 2 maneuver turn, possibly. I don't need 2, but I have to see what my...
Yeah, you're pretty close.
So, I mean, a 1 will probably do it, but then, do I want to do a full 2? Do I want to be pointing this way? I mean, if I do a full 2, I can get pointed this way. Which means I can give chase to you guys. That might be the better idea. I'm spinning the charge.
I think you may as well get some use out of it.
Alright. And of course, the power, the heat, give the extra heat, chuck out 5 rockets at Mr. Spindly Guy. Because we are range 3, 180 arc. We're close. And hopefully, kablooey. Yeah, I'm not gonna. Like I said, I think he's not gonna do a shot. I'm not gonna spend to get versus agility. 5 complete. Your next ship.
It's going to be ship number 2. Going to reset my agility to 3. I'm going to vet 3 cubes, which is open. My movements are I can do a short in the front 3 or 3 lanes and a 1 turn. Obviously, I want to get me a free missile animation if I can do this. So short like this. And then a 1 turn. Woof! I'm not going to get it. what I can do on number 2 is activate my KD1 Dual Wings for 2 power and a heat. Make a sideways attack that obviously fails, but I'm not in it for the attack, I'm in it for the anti-missile. So that gives me an anti-missile action against 5 missiles.
5 missiles. 5 missiles, 5 of those.
5 up.
2, 3.
2 missiles are knocked down.
2.
I'll see what I can get. I will spend. I cannot do anything more. Yep, a lot of options. So go ahead and roll for 3 missile attacks.
Is 0, it's plus, it's your agility.
0 plus my agility of 3 is a 3.
3 and up, firing 3. 3 for 3 and up. Alright. 4 and an 8. 2 hits for 4 damage.
4 damage is plenty too low. It goes up, and then I become the first player.
Excellent. Very good. My 6 is to activate. 6 is to activate. Agility back to 3. I can vent 3, which is the metal storm again. Putting my turbines in limbo. Alright. That's the insanity of it all. That Tailfin there. So as soon as I hit it, I do a long.
Yep.
And for these drones, they move before they turn. So I'll have to hit it either straight or at a 45. And if I hit it at a 45, I'm going to long into my 5. Which is bad. I'll collide in my own ship. Though a straight might collide me. That one's more iffy. That's a mean Tailfin. Alright, that means I guess I gotta avoid it altogether. Darn it! That's a wasted Tailfin rift. Alright. 45 away!
Away!
I could turn, I need to turn. Taking the middle storm. Middle storm. Middle storm. Alright, if I catch the middle storm, I gotta wait for next time. Let's do a blocking maneuver in prep for a Tailfin's Rift the next time. Alright. Drones have a limited capability. Full turn. That's the end of his movement. My turbines are down. My metal storm is up. Wait, 6 hasn't moved. I could try a hack, right? Range 1?
If you have an arc for the hack at range 1, you've got it.
Is it 360?
I don't know. Oh, the jamming fin, yes, it's 360 range 1.
It just shows the diamond on everything. So yeah, so it's a jamming 180. All right, so I will lose the jamming fin to allow me to hack me.
And you can always repair it and bring it back online.
Right. Now the hack is to disable something, right?
Yep. If you disable a part with cubes on it, it means I can't pull the cubes back off next turn, or when I activate. So, like if you hack the Scarab Thruster, it locks down those cubes.
Oh.
Yep. I can't pull cubes off. It shuts down any active or reactive abilities. At the end of the turn, the token comes back off and frees it up again. If you crit a part with a hack token, you lose the hack token, and then it flips. So it still does its crit thing.
Yeah, let me hack that three cube thing there.
The Scarab Thruster?
Yeah, the Scarab Thrusters. Because otherwise you don't have any repositioning.
Yeah, that's my repositioning card.
So So I zapped that hack. Right, that's gone, that's gone. Little guy!
Anything else?
I'm done. I have one charge, but I can't use it.
Activate number 1. I'm only going to be able to vent 3 cubes, so I will vent them. I am going to do a turn and a short. Try to get back into the fight. As we discussed, you've shut down my ability to reposition, which is good for you. I am going to activate my vector wings. Oh, I should have reset my agility to 3. It's going to come back to 4 from the vector wings.
Very good.
My bad. And that's all I can do because you're out of my arcs and I can't turn. Oh, I could do the Scarab Cockpit. I think that's a good idea. So I'm going to do that. And 2 power, or 2 heat. 1 power, 2 heat. That's my agility to 6. That is 1. Next turn?
Yep. Next turn. We are now. You have initiative.
I have the initiative again. I'll have to activate ship because you don't have more activated, unactivated ships than
Right, so
me.
you can't.
I'm going to activate number 3 because I have to. I'm going to get 2 cubes. I'm going to reset my agility to 4, which it is at. I'm going to drop my template. I got long. Turn. Another long is going to bonk my friendly, so I'm not going to do that. What I can do is activate my thruster fin and give me a 1 turn.
Go to your 4, which has no shot. Then we go to.
Which puts you in my arc at range 1. I'm going to spend 2 in a heat. Fire up the Gatling.
Very good.
Gatling Gun has a hit number of 2 plus number 6's agility of 3.
I'm just looking for.
5 to hit.
5 to hit.
Crit.
See a crit.
Hit. Miss. So at least 5 damage, which is a lot.
Okay, so 5 damage. He's down to from 9 to 4 hole. And
Oh
you
my
have a-
god.
and you have a crit.
The crit location is 4, which is greater than the number of part cards you have, so you get to choose which part card is what.
If I take damage after the one with the power, does
It automatically refreshes. You get it back.
but there's no damage.
There's no damage. Only heat cubes so far cause damage.
So let me do that. And now without my thrusters.
And that's all I've got for that guy.
All right. That was an ouchie. So we started the new round. Did the hack come off?
At the end of his next turn.
Oh. So he'll be without the maneuvering.
Oh, wait. You hacked me, and then I took my action, right?
Yeah, you took the action.
So at the end of my action, I should have pulled the hack back.
I think. Yeah.
I'm going to double check to make sure that's correct, but I think that's how it runs. Let's find out for sure.
Yeah. I would think it'd be you resolve it at the end of the round.
That could be.
A ship discards all hack tokens assigned to its part cards at the end of its next activation.
But I hacked you before you activated, so that was your next
Yes,
activation.
so that was the end of my next activation. So yes, the hack token should come off at that point.
So if I hack you after you activate
It goes all the way until the end of my next activation.
so hacking might be.
So you can hack someone and have it affect them. It doesn't go away at the end of the turn, it goes away at the end of the
their
ship's next
activation.
activation. Okay.
So kind of like the agility thing, where if you boost your agility, it's all the way to the next time you reset your agility. So if yours is the last to move, everyone's shooting you with your agility. So that's
Okay.
All right.
a little more potent.
That's much better.
You got 3 points for my
Eagle,
bid.
5.
Half on the loot because I'll upgrade.
Agility 2, venting 5, and
All right, Josh, we've got data for you.
agility.
Camera's back on. We took a quick 5-minute break while changing batteries.
Oh, Captain Kirk! It seems like, you know, it's like they were pounding down loot or something. You know, it's like, oh,
And then I only I did damage to
oh, very good. Okay, so
sufficiently dodgy.
I will spend my charge to vent the rest of the heat. I did my turn. I didn't do it. I did a slight turn. I did my long. Vented my heat.
I focused it.
Did you reset your agility?
These E-Wings
I got through the first activation. Now I'm spending
They
charges.
could do that one
But
part.
now I'm able to. Right, so he's already activated. He's yet to activate.
Yes.
He has a repositioning ability.
Unless you hack my. You can't because your hack is done.
Yeah, I have to. Well, 6 hasn't gone yet, so I could spend a charge to make my jam come back.
Oh yeah.
But
But you can't use it until you clear the cube.
right, so the jam will come back, but then the cubes will be on it, so it'll be spent. So it'll be another iteration, but yes, he's Metal Storm, but right now without his turbines, he's repositioning or jamming. Anyway, we'll get to that. All right, so yeah, you see, they just get an economical one. He's gonna fire the missile rack again.
Again.
It's his trick. He's built off of it. I'm at range. I'm at 180 range, 2 and above. We are good. 5 missiles loose.
Took your extra heat.
Took all my extra heat. So normally 3. It's now at 4. We are foaming at the mouth. The question is, do I want to? Yeah, I still got to worry about. I do have the energy.
I think I might go back to Earth 3.
Okay, let me go ahead and pump his agility up 1. He might be shot at. And I'm done. 5 is complete. You're next ship.
Okay,
No,
my
it
next ship
would
has to
be,
be this guy.
It would be an
His
exchange.
agility gets reset back down to 3.
So it's like in
There's
this
8 pull left if you're curious. I'm going to vent 5
I
cubes.
wouldn't have the
1, 2, 3, 4, 5 cubes. Counting 1 heat.
and I wouldn't have the white 1 hearts, which are
Jeremy.
kind of help me in this one.
Did you add this like that?
Maybe it'll walk through into when I play here.
Yeah, this guy needs a different engine setup. His turning ability is garbage.
Usually I usually have a engine and a wing. You don't have a wing?
I have a wing, but it's a vector thrust wing, so it goes sideways.
No?
I think I'm gonna change him out. I got 1 turn.
It's tough to like. I don't know if this is better or worse.
I need to
think
look
it's
at my
better.
parts. So I can get turned around, I can get a missile off. I got to turn in a short, and then I got to turn along in a U. See, I think I'm going to bump the... You know what? Maybe I'm just going to deal with bumping. Because the thrusters... No, I can't do that. Can't do that. All right, so here's what I'm going to do. I'm going to stay in this direction. I'm going to do my short.
But the thing is like with pattern analyzer, I can leave them as red so you can actually
Get this done. So here's this mandatory move. Now, if I collide with the edge of the board, do I still get to U-turn or does it interrupt? No. what happens is it interrupts my movement, and then I lose in agility, and I can turn up to 90 degrees.
About
So,
right.
so if I activate my Scarab Thruster, I'm not going to get the new turn.
You're going to turn 90.
I'm going to turn 90 instead, which is garbage. So instead, what I'm going to do is activate my Scarab Thruster for its standard maneuver.
I didn't know that you were gonna.
Which is 2 power and a heat. I'm going to grab my evade early.
What if you like?
I got to
like,
turn
you
it
eventually
along from
like went really fast here, but like, what if you had just like rushed here and then like I lose and you're gone? Then I just wasted all the. The afterburner turns are also really good after the swoop.
Can you give it to me?
Yeah, I wouldn't say you bounce. Well, because if you bounce, you could turn 90?
If I bounce, I can automatically turn 90, but I lose an
My
agility.
best advantage is.
But yeah, that looks in, but that's.
I think you're in,
super-
but if you want to bounce, you can.
I don't have any ability to turn anymore.
That's what I mean. If you want to bounce, you
So if
can.
you're in a situation
So if you
where
intended to
flying
bounce,
each other,
you could maybe get a missile off, right? If you have the energy.
It's just in a bad
don't get
spot.
anything, and then
Instead, I'm going to put a power on my vector wings and my agility up to 5.
if I've done it right, I still
And
have my, I've conserved
that's all I can do this
turn
turn.
lock on you from using guard.
Yeah, he needs to trade in a part for a car.
Maybe a cockpit.
Whereas I'm in a good.
Alright, so my activation is now with
It's
6.
really helpful to have.
My drone agility is 3. I can vent 3. I don't have the venting. Oh man.
It's tempting to use them like.
Alright, that decision comes
Strategic.
Because it takes 3 energy to get my turbines ready.
Yeah.
Anyway, so he's gonna do a. He's gonna have to deal with the Titans rep. He does a short forward or 45.
Make sure you do it off the solid line and not the dog line.
Develop faster.
If I do forward, I'll bump my ship. So boom, boom, immediate
It's
long.
like 3v4.
Along the same vector of movement. So it's not a forward. I'll
Okay.
double check to make sure, but I'm pretty sure it's along the same vector.
All right.
Do you need my list?
Yeah, I think it's good.
In the direction they were traveling when they overlapped, so it's going to be a diagonal.
Woohoo! Woo! Ah! Okay. And then I can do a short turn. I'm sorry, 1 turn. I kind of want to turn away from the rift. Though it might be an advantage to run back actually to the rift. So let me go ahead and 1 turn along that line. But I need the Metal Storm is a bullseye. I can't do it. Jam might be occurring, but I can't do it. So I'm going to spend a 3 to flip over my repair my turbine thrusters. Because like you, I'd like repositioning. Alright, but that's all his charges, that's all his actions, he's done.
So we'll flip our ships back to activated. I have to activate my number 3. I'm going to vet 3 cubes off the Gatling Gun, giving me 2 power. Long turn, long turn.
Well, a lot of them are based on what it was in play.
My long can be this.
It is not.
And I don't need to turn. This is probably good. He's a drone anyway, so who cares?
Yeah.
But this is probably going to be a death sentence for the poor guy. Goodbye, Power Cube. Goodbye. Yeah, his agility's critical. Alright, so I got 2 power and a heat on the Gatling gun. I'm going to fire it at your number 5.
They don't say what else could it be.
I like it though. I like it.
What else could it be? How could it be doing crap like that?
Gatling Gun is target number of 2 plus your agility of
3.
for a total of 5 up.
5 up Gatling. Sprays.
Hit, 3 hits. 3 hits for 3 damage total.
It goes from 11 to 10 to 9 to 8.
And there's also different missiles on each side. So like,
Is there anything else I can do? Nope.
you give it 2 missile slots, right? So that you can put 2 missiles.
You know why it's missing a missile rack on the top of the?
Because it has 2 different types of missiles in the show.
It's got twin cannons on that side, so it's a cannon. It's fun.
Go ahead and resolve your missile attacks against my drone.
0 plus your agility.
Agility of 4.
It's got 2 different bits of missiles.
Firing 5 of those mean green missiles.
He has 2 holes, so any missile hits will blow.
There's only 2 holes?
He only has 2 left.
I think actually.
Forward above. 9, 5, 9.
Yep. Oh, that's
6 damage.
really.
Not really gunners. So would be a good.
Looking kind of bad for the complex.
You could maybe have a further one. It was very complicated. I think
That was your ship activation at 3 missile resolution. So 6 was my last activate, 5 will be my next activate.
They just have a
So you're back down
say it's
to 2,
too difficult to aim for.
courage 5.
It's a captain. Represented as as an epic one. The Gatling Gun thing is like a completely new thing. Like that would need to be a new technology.
I do a short turn, 1 turn and a long.
It's a whole new thing. He needs to design a new.
You're going to come bouncing back.
Or maybe.
Yeah, I'm probably going to have to hit the edge of the board, but then I'm going to just turn and shoot you. I'm either going to shoot you with my Mantis laser or my heavy missile. Or maybe both, if I'm lucky.
I don't need to close. So actually, let me. Well, I do want to fire. So, but it's a range 3, so it's I can get. It's like I'm pretty much coasting in the right direction, so I may not get too crazy here. So no turn, does the long, spends the charge, burns the rest of the suit. I still have the 180 range, beyond range 1, at range 2, 3. So we're definitely at range 3, 180. Burn the charge, fire the 3 heat, add the extra 2. Check on 5 missiles. Complete. But you might be shooting at me. So that's going to do the 1 charge. Increase the agility to 3. See, I don't think I get out of your way so that you can't.
No, I don't think so.
So let's just leave it there. Same formula. Your 1.
My 1 activates. My agility goes back down to a 3.
It was an extra.
Event up to 5 cubes.
There's plenty of them. In Legends,
4,
I think it
5.
has like a tracker.
The one advantage of having dead turns is that you vent a lot of power and heat.
There's actually some.
So, my mandatory move is a turn and a short.
But it's not like a super.
As far as I can get.
It's not like a
It's going to prevent me from skipping off the edge of the board.
Short off.
So what happens is I pull my ship back.
Bounce back into
And
the
then I get to turn up to 90 degrees. Let me double check this and make sure we're getting the rule right. Because it might be that I pull back. In fact, I think that's how we do it.
Fantastic. That was from I think like
Blah, 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 blah.
I don't know, like that wasn't really. But the point is that like there were a bunch of there wasn't like a small there were like missions where you guys.
But it wasn't as powerful.
It was very powerful, but not like God.
Oh my God, where's the roll?
Did you see it?
Yeah.
This game set up, deployment, chassis action, movement staff, parts, cubes.
Oh, and it also clearly has some text slot because like the targeting system on that looks exactly like the Mantis. Yeah, it's got like that
Oh, here it is. Leave the play area.
So you got
The final position of your ship's base collides with the edge of the play area. What happens depends on the scenario. If it's a standard, if you can retreat, you do. Otherwise, the ship chooses not to retreat from that edge. Skip all the remaining icons in your current action. Place the ship's base fully within the play area, touching the edge closest to the point where it overlapped the edge. So yeah, what happens is I should go back a little bit. And that, what was that? A short move? Yeah. So we know I'm already touching the edge. So what happens is I don't move at all. Oh, you move back. I move back. If I was coming at it like this, I would stop right at the edge. But the point is you try to go as far as you can and then you stop. And then reduce the ship's evading mission by 1 from a 3 to a 2. You may rotate your ship exactly 2 increments 90 degrees left or right. I will choose to turn to face my opponent for some crazy reason. And that is my edge of the board movement. The first thing I'm going to do is spend a power and 2 heat on the heavy missile. I have a range of 2 to 4 in my forward 90 degree arc to give you a heavy missile. Alright, the range of my Mantis laser is up to 3. I'm just going to go ahead and fire that now. I've got missiles on me, right? Yep. I've got a solution for that as well.
Front 90, you're good.
So yeah, front 45 degree arc. You're in my 45 degree arc. At range 1 to 3. The Mantis laser fires 2 at 2 with a target number of 2 plus your agility of 3. So it's a total of 5 to hit. You know what? I think this is better as an anti-missile action. I'm going to change my mind. Changing targets to the missiles.
There are 5.
5s to hit. 1, 2, 3 missiles are shot down. Do I have any bonuses? When the ship resolves missile impacts. So that's not going to happen until I resolve the missiles. So 3 missiles are taken away. Which is better than nothing. I'm going to put 2 power on my Scarab Thruster and a heat, which gives me a turn along and an evade. So I'm going to raise my agility back up to 3. I get a turn, which I'm not going to take advantage of, and I get a long. And it's not far enough to get me into the asteroids for missile evasion, but it does close the range on your missile evasion. Do I have any other tricks? I have vector wings. For power, I can raise my agility to 4. And you're within range 2 in my front 90 degree arc. I'm going to go ahead and hack your ship. Number 5, I'm going to hack your...
He goes back.
4. Nope. Leave all your cubes on there. I'm hacking it.
Oh,
So put all the cubes back on there and add a hack token.
Once a year when we come back. Worst case scenario, we get some cards.
almost perfectly aligned.
So they put new guns.
So what that means is when your ship next activates, you can't pull cubes off of it, you can't manipulate that card in any way. Any passive abilities are shut down unless they're start a game event effects. At the end phase, you can resolve missiles and hacks at any time. So like you could pull the hack token off to get access to a passive ability again, and then resolve your missiles. I think it's a good idea to pull hack tokens off first.
All right.
And that's my turn.
All right, so we're good. So then 6.
Oh, missiles.
Right, sorry. I am doing. What is your agility?
4.
4. I'm hitting on a 4 and above. Firing 2 missiles. Hitting. 9 and 1. So 1 hits for 2 damage.
And it's a crit on a 9.
Yeah, 9's crit.
So I'm down to 6 holes. My crit.
The crit is
10 is
0.
a miss, so that means I get to choose the part. I'm going to choose nothing. Oh, that's awful. 2, 2, 2. I'm looking for the Mantis lasers, the cheapest to bring back online, but then I'm not going to have it next turn. Let's go ahead. Let's do the vector wing so I don't take damage. Awful, awful, awful.
Okay, alright. That was missile. Okay, so 6 activates. I can set agility to 3. I can purge 3, get my charges back. I have my turbine back online. Probably won't be able to hack just yet, but that's fine. We will do a short 45 and 1 turn. I have the focus but it's like we said, I have to traverse. I have to keep traversing.
Yeah, so if, even if you went sideways, you'd keep going sideways.
Right. Which could be fun, but let's do it this way. Let's do a 45. Ooh, I might still touch it anyway. Well, I'm going to do a front thing. I don't want to touch it.
Oh!
So, other than that, doesn't matter. I can do a 1 turn. Alright, so now
I would rather design focus on
see, I can't. I don't have turn repositioning. That's the thing. I don't have the thing, right? So I'm going to go ahead and spend the 2 charge to do my turbine, which is a sideways.
Yay!
And then a sideways. Yeah, I don't have any. I can't wiggle. So metal storm will have to wait. Right, so that's the end of drone. End of round. Begin next round.
Okay.
I have more ships than you. What do you want to do?
Good question. I'm going to activate in order to try to get some damage out before you blow me up. Yes, yes. going to pull from the Mantis laser. I think I'm going to leave the heavy missile on because it's going to do that. I definitely want these 2 power cubes. From the Scarab Thruster. Yeah, I think that's all I can do. Power, get some power back. I reset my agility, and my move is a turn and a short.
I wish I could do this after you shoot missiles, but your missiles are hacked anyway, so I'm good there. So I'm going to do a one short. Tell me I cleared my freaking
Mantis laser, I did. So I'm going to do 2 power on the Mantis laser, and I'm going to take my shots. So, since I am on this terrain feature, it doesn't affect me shooting out. Since this terrain feature does not extend further than your ship, it doesn't affect me shooting in. I'm going to take 2 shots, add a 2, plus your agility of 3. So 5 up to hit. When defending at range 1, resolves missile attack. So I can't affect this. It's just, what do we say, a 5?
Yeah. 3.
3 and 2 is 5. Oh, that's the way it is. What else can I do? I think the only things I can do is bring my vector wings back online with 2 power, and bring my HRK Lockdown back on with a 2 power, and that's it. Alright. Everything else has cubes on it.
Alrighty.
It's just the leg is.
Alright, let's see if I can't. Alright, so I'm activating 5.
For that,
I reset my agility to 2. I spend 5.
it would be different if it had like been developing ships all the way until
The hack
dropping the
goes
game.
off
Like they
after I
didn't, so that there's like time since they dropped the game, and then also like
then it's a short single turn and a long.
Oh, when are we doing Epic?
After the tournament. So the Thursday after.
Okay.
Good night.
Good night.
Good night.
Alright, so let's do a single turn. Wait, do I have to be on? Do I have to be on the thing to get the missile attack? I do, right?
If you want the anti-missile effect, you're going
when you're
to.
done. I'll be back.
You don't get the unless you have the cool part that lets you do it at the start of your turn. You don't get the effect of the terrain feature until you leave it and come back.
Alright, so let me leave that there. Let me do a long. I think I'm going to clear it.
I think you are, but we'll see.
It's a big round base.
I know you want it. Ah, yeah, you're way clear. The missile just kind of sticks with you.
Yeah, well, I'm not firing missiles at you. So that's definitely what's going to happen. Your first maneuver is a
I got a turn and a short when I activate this ship.
turn and a short, yeah, so you probably will avoid me. And then when the hack goes off, the next round I'm able to
Your hack is going to come off during your end phase when you do missile impacts.
Right.
So when you're done with your ship and you've done all the part actions that you want, you're going to resolve your end of turn effects. You can pull the hack token off in any order you like. So you could resolve the missile impacts and then take the hack token off. You could take the hack token off and then resolve the missile impacts.
won't matter.
It doesn't matter.
Alright, but I am going to tank up, spend charge here, spend charge here. Agility goes to 4. Yeah, it throws up nicely. Alright, so then, we'll do both. So, when I take the hack off, that's just it. It's
The part is back to normal.
But it has the energy and stuff is all on
Left
there.
on there.
Alright, so then let's do missile resolution. Fire your missile. It is a
I will.
1 plus my agility of 4. It's a 5 and up.
5 up to hit.
5 up to hit to deal 5 damage. 7 it is. Deals 5 damage. My hull goes from 8 to 3.
Which is good for me.
Missile is detonated. That was 5. Goes to 6. 6 is all ready. I set agility back to 3. I burn 3, which is my charges. Alright. I do a short. And I do a turn. So my short will be a 45.
Can't do this with an X-Wing base.
It's true. And my turn is a 1.
Just trying to get my middle finger off camera. You are lined up for the Metal Storm. This is a good shot.
Metal Storm. Metal Storm. Range 0.
I mean, your maximum damage is going to be 5, but if you get a crit on a heat card, it's going to blow me up. So let's see what happens.
All right, so I spend my turn. Got my heat. It's X. The distance, which is now 1. Plus your agility.
My agility of 3 is going to give you a 4 up to
4
hit.
up. 4 up to hit, shooting 5. Wait, no, wait, these dice want to play. All right. No. 5 die, hitting on 5 and up. Right, 5 and up?
4 up.
4 and up. 1, 2, 0, 3. So 3 hits.
3 hits.
3 hits for 3 damage, none critical.
No criticals. I'm still alive. I'm
Metal
beat up.
Storm.
That's such an awesome part.
I don't want to redeploy anything. Actually, I'm going to spend the 2 charge for my end of turn to repair my jam, my hacking gun. That might come in.
No idea what the next turn's going to be.
Because that one, I lose the card. The card flips, right? So if I leave the charges, the energy charge on there, it doesn't matter.
So if you repair your hacker, then the card flips and the power stays on it. You have to vent that power to get to the hacker to be able to flip it again. The power prevents you from using it again until you clear.
Because it doesn't take any.
It doesn't take any power to fire off. You can't use a card with cubes on it for any reason. That overrides the fact that it doesn't take power to fire.
Right.
So are we done?
Yes.
Okay. Oh my God, Ward, what are you doing to me?
It's called the pincer. Pincer.
I need to fit 5 cubes.
This reward, so once you flip it over here, sleeves.
Oh, sorry.
Like this, I can find this and you have to make this. It's cool. I want to bring this, but I know it's over. Yeah, CO or like compression. Yeah, or
Right, so you need, so 2 makes 100, you get 1,000, you need 10 tubes, so you need 20 of them to get to 1,000.
all right. You said a pretzel and a stout.
I mean, it's much easier to do this when you, every week than all at once. Then you realize how much you spent all your years. the last time I got sleep, but you know, yeah, so but yeah, those things,
No, because you shoot me away from
well,
that
for me, the
logo.
matte one
I'm like, you
makes it
know
appear so you
what?
gotta look straight out.
Hey,
So I like to put my secrets in there.
I know my place.
Because then
I'll
if
stick
people look
my
off actors, it's hard to read. Yeah, so it's both sides of the American water.
And then when you get ready to get.
Oh, Rico. Arab. Okay. And I'm like, what? You might ask for a box. I know, you know,
What is your plan? Are you sticking around?
FFG's about
FFG's the same thing.
yeah, those I can't distinguish from them.
Hey, what'd you do over there? Hey, what I did over there, I did all my end-of-turn stuff.